And it's now on our plate with some of the gravy. Looks good. Right, okay, got another smoke to do today to get my charcoal starter going. Nice chimney starter. Nice rack of ribs, full belly pork, full belly. So it's going to be nice. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a small cook on a full pork rib side, as I said in my earlier snippet when I was lighting the charcoal starter. It's a nice big complete rib side, so we've got some ribs and some belly pork on it, so it's all going to be nice. It's busy marinating itself, dry marinate in the kitchen, in the fridge. So once I get all this side here ready, I will then bring that out. I've set up a charcoal ring full of charcoal and a couple of chunks of apple wood for the smoke, and I will shortly put the charcoal in the middle. I've then got my Inkbird temperature controller, fan controller, which I had to make an adapter on the side of the Weber of a pipe, short little pipe, to connect onto, because the whole system of the Weber is got the vents on the bottom, as you know. Today I'm also going to be using my extender, the Cajun Bandit extender. I'll put a link in the description of where you can get them. And it basically is a 10-inch extender piece that goes on top of the Weber, and then you've got a diffuser plate for the smoke and a grate on top. So that's what I'll be using to convert my Weber into a smoker. I have got other smokers, but I just want to use this one this time. Okay, so my charcoal goes in the middle. This is the minion method. Probably a little bit too much charcoal, but still, you put the charcoal in the middle and then it'll burn out slowly. And then I put the extender on. Get my cables for the Inkbird unit. So that goes like that. We then have the diffuser plate in, and the grate goes on top. And the temperature unit for the grate goes on. And that I'm going to use on the meat. I don't have to use on the meat because I use the 3-2-1 method. So that's 3 hours smoke, 2 hours wrapped up in foil, and then 1 hour open with a glaze on. But now, being pork ribs, it's probably going to be like 2.5, 1.5, and then a half maybe. Sometimes I don't even do the last piece because it's basically ready. Okay, I'm just going to close it up until it's ready, just to get it nice and hot. That's open. My bottom vents are now closed, and I will now set up the Inkbird to blow air in to keep it at a temperature of around about 225, 250 Fahrenheit. So there is my lovely huge piece of pork. It's got some spogs, which is salt, pepper, garlic, onion, bit of paprika, bit of sugar, and a few little herbs. On this side I put a little bit of mustard on first. I then score it to make it look like ribs all the way through, because there's only ribs on the top piece. And then I also score that side, so just to make it fake ribs. Okay, so I'm up to temperature now. So I'm going to just pop the meat on. You can see the extension unit on there. You need to put the meat fat side down so it can cook the fat first, and then later, but later on we will then turn that as well. So that's just nice in the center. And I know we don't need to put this in, but because it's all part of the Inkbird thing, it actually comes with 2 meat probes, but I'm only going to use the one just to play. So we can now close it up and leave that for a few hours and come back. I'll give it a bit of a spray later. Say after about an hour, I'll give it a little spritz. It's been on about an hour and a quarter, so it's nice and hot now. I can spritz it. I've got some apple juice in my bottle. Looking good. Really is. I'll spritz that side. I'll come back in about 20 minutes and spritz the other side. It's now been in for about 2 and a bit hours, so time to turn over and spritz the other side. Okay, so a little bit of spritzing. And that's it. Come back later. About 2.5 hours now. In the meantime, in the kitchen, I made up a concoction here as a glaze, as a sauce, as a sweet and sticky sauce. Basically, it has got apple juice, honey, sugar, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, just a touch, a little bit of mustard, a little bit of hoisin sauce, a little bit of barbecue sauce, and all mixed together. Bit of salt and pepper, and that's about it. Oh, plum jam, a bit more plum jam just to finish off a bottle. So it's all just a nice mess, sticky mess. And we just boil it down now, bubble it down until it's thick. It's actually thick enough now like that. Yeah, that should be fine. So that'll go onto the ribs once I open them up, and either have them straight away or put them back on the Weber just to act like a bit of a glaze for a while, a few minutes, a quarter of an hour, half an hour or so. I'll see what the time is like and how they look. Okay, so it's been another 2 hours now, so about 5 hours in total. Let's check now to see how well it is. And just press it through with a fork. Beautiful. Look at all that lovely juice there as well. Oh, this is going to be good. Because we're a bit short on time, I actually started a little bit late. So I'm going to call it done now. Take it into the kitchen. Mix this gravy, or put this gravy into a dish. And once I cut up the meat that we're going to use, I'll put some of the gravy back into it. The ribs are now already finished and delicious. I've mixed some of the juices that came off with our nice thick and sticky gravy that I made. So now we're going to pour it over, cut and eat. So there we've cut a few pieces off and it's now on our plate with some of the gravy. Looks good. If you liked our video, please like and subscribe. It all helps in the long run and much appreciated.